Hello and welcome to Bolt Action Reloading. If you're interested in a quick review of the 6mm Creedmoor Hornady Black ammunition, stick around. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here and you'd like to see how I and the rest of the community here make our group smaller, start now by subscribing to the channel and hitting the bell icon. That way you'll get notified when I post new videos and you won't miss anything. Guys, today's video is just a quick video on the Hornady Black ammunition and 6mm Creedmoor. For the regulars on the channel, you'll know that I just acquired a new Ruger Precision Rifle Generation 2 chambered in 6mm Creedmoor, and this is the ammunition that I chose to break it in. Now, for those of you that are actually looking just for this ammunition, I kind of made this video for you. I thought we'll talk today, basically found the statistics that I was able to achieve with it. We'll tell you the velocities that we saw, the standard deviations, and see how the group performed on paper. Starting from the beginning, this Hornady Black ammunition's part number is 81396. If you care about the lot number for this is actually 3181371. If you guys take a quick look at the box, you'll see the estimated velocity on this ammunition is 2960 feet per second. If you guys are familiar with 6mm projectiles, you'll know that this is actually using Hornady's part number 2458, 105 grain hollow point projectile. The G1 ballistic coefficient on this projectile is 0.531. If you look at the load data you can find on Hornady's website for this projectile, the actual G7 ballistic coefficient is 0.253. Now for a reloading channel, you might wonder why I actually purchased some factory ammunition. And the answer is easy, guys. I actually typically like to break a rifle in with factory ammunition. At least the first few shots, it'll give me a baseline for the velocities that I can expect on some of my reloads, given what the actual expected velocity of the ammunition might be. In addition to, I can get my headspace measurement on the spent cases and get some idea to make sure all my brass is going to function when I do my initial sizing on my initial reloads. That out of the way, today's video is primarily again about this ammunition. One of the reasons why I made this video, guys, which is September 2018, I didn't see very much information about this available on the web. I did not find this in my local store. I actually had to order it online. The website I actually ordered it from didn't even have the expected velocity available, nor did actually Hornady's website, which was very disappointing. After checking 4 or 5 websites, I actually did find what the estimated velocity was, but I thought in case you guys were looking for it since it was new, Hornady Black's line is not new. However, this particular caliber, the 6mm Creedmoor, is new for this line, I believe as of 2018. That being said, let's just go through the statistics. Basically, the estimated velocity for this ammunition is 2960 feet per second. And actually, the 15 shots that we fired of this, and to be honest, my chronograph missed the first shot, so I'll only be talking about the first 14 rounds that we actually shot. The average velocity was 2966 feet per second. Across that, the standard deviation was 14.24, extreme spread of 56, and in case your guys are interested, the velocities range all the way from 2938 all the way to 2994. If you guys want to get in the groups, I'll put the groups on the screen. If you look at the first group, you'll see my 5-shot group was actually only 1.469 MOA. I do feel that the one top shot there was a flyer. So to try to be fair to the load, my first 4-shot group was 0.787 MOA. The second group we'll put on the screen, that 5-shot group was 0.763 MOA, which makes me feel a lot more comfortable about that first group being 0.787 MOA. Couple of things to keep in mind, guys. This is a new barrel, hasn't really been broken all the way yet. Take that for what it's worth. With my Ruger Precision Rifle Generation 2, it has a 24-inch barrel. This should give you a pretty good idea what you should expect possibly in your rifle, depending on your barrel length, of course. It seems that 2960 feet per second estimate is pretty darn close to what you should expect. And if you guys are really interested, the outside temperature when I shot this was 84 degrees Fahrenheit, 69% humidity, 28.83 inches of mercury, and a density altitude of 3,204. I don't really have a group for those first 5 shots because basically I was trying to get the rifle and scope on paper. So for fun, obviously guys, missing that first shot, you'll see shots 1 through 14. I'll put a quick chart up. You'll see the first shot being 2954, kind of dancing around a little bit. You'll see shot 9 was our peak at 2994. Funny that shot 10 right directly after that went down to 2938. Like I said, all the rest of those dancing around that 2960 mark relatively. If you're interested in the statistics, actually removing shots 9 and 10, the average velocity remained 2966 feet per second, though the standard deviation would have dropped to 9.8 with an extreme spread of 30. Still not what I would call precision ammunition, but certainly a little bit more respectable. Something you could certainly put on paper out to a certain distance. Right in the box, guys, you'll see the trajectory based on a 200-yard zero. At 100 yards, you're 1.5 inches high, and your drop at 500 yards is down to 38.1 inches. And if you guys are used to my 6.5 Creedmoor content, you can know right out of the bat Compared to some of our best loads in 6.5 Creedmoor, that actually is a good 8-inch less drop than some of our 6.5 Creedmoor reloads at 500 yards. That is certainly one of the reasons to be running a 6mm projectile. The average cartridge overall length of the 5 rounds that I have not shot yet out of this is 2.693 inches. To give you guys a ballpark where the factory is loaded, if you actually look at Hornady's data for this, they actually recommend for this projectile a cartridge overall length of 2.790 inches, and the reload data for this projectile actually goes all the way up to 3,050 feet per second from Hornady, even though they're only loading it to 2960. So it seems for whatever reason they're leaving it about 100 feet per second on the table, again assuming safe loads and depending on your rifle. So guys, you might wonder why did I save 5 shots. Basically, I've got most of the work that I wanted to get done completed. I'm going to get some of my reloads loaded up now that I've got some dimensions and the information that I need to get that project started. Once I get that project started, I will probably shoot, after I've got 100 rounds or so through the barrel, shoot the rest of these 5 shots just to do a comparison to see if it gets any better or worse than it was actually when I started this project. I might actually update that if you guys are interested. However, pretty much I wanted to get this video out so you guys would have a reference for what you might expect from this new factory ammunition that is available from Hornady. Basically, if you're buying brass and projectiles, you can barely reload this for the cost of what you're paying for the ammunition. As I'm making this video, I found it for just under $19 per 20 rounds. Needless to say, aside from all of the other tools and costs it takes to reload it, you really can't hardly put this cartridge together for $1 a round. So even if you're not interested in 6mm Creedmoor just yet, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have any comments or questions, please post those in the comments section below. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the like button, and until next week, stay safe in small groups.